everybody, this is Felicia here, and I am back with the next installment. I think this might be the final installment of the tour of my scrap room. I'm definitely going to try to stop wiggling so much, like I said, and we'll see. I'm sorry about that lighting thing. I'm going to close those blinds so we can get started. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and do that whole one side of the room and part of my desk area, and we're going to get started. Okay, like I promised, we're going to do this side of the room. This side of the room has some goods in it as well. And I'm trying not to wiggle so much because I noticed that my last one I was moving an awful lot. So I'm going to try not to do that so much. Okay, so right here we have what we call this wall unit here. This guy is not that old, but it's got a lot of my mist. There's my mist at the top, and there's some mist in the middle there, and there's some milk paints. There's some stamp right there, and just some stuff here and there. And I have my Brusho paints right there, and my Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay inks there, right there on that shelf right there. So you can kind of, we'll get a close-up look and kind of go across there so you can see that. And those are my Allie Edwards inks right here, these guys right here. And then I have my VersaFine and my Stays On. And those are my most used inks. That's one of the reasons why they're there. And then I have my Spritz, and then my milk paints once again, and then some mist and some alcohol stuff at the top, and some Studio Calico mist. So that's what's on that contraption right there. Then we're going to move down here, and then we got my Big Shot here. We have my bucket of scraps, and those scraps come from when I make the backing for my my rubber stamps holder, the packaging, and that's just the extra scraps instead of me just, because it's nice cardstock and you can make stuff out of it, or I can just use it to practice and inking. I just keep them there, so I use that all the time. And then next to that, I have my So Easy right there with its cover on it and its plugs. Down below here, I have my Cameo and its plugs. And then down below that, I have my We Are Memory Keepers typewriter, and that works really well. I know some people did get some bum ones, but this one works very well. And then right here, I got my portrait silhouette. Had that one before I got the big one here, because the little one, at the time when I got it, I had the space for it. And then down below, I have my heavy-duty sewing machine that's been around for a while, and that's what I make my pillows and stuff like that with. And then over here in the corner, I have my cinch machine there. Okay, so that's it. That's over here in this area here. And so now we're going to move to this cart here. Now this cart's not really part of the scrap room, but I'll explain it. This is where I do a lot of my my writing and stuff, and I put all my stationery stuff that I do, my writing and my coloring and some of my homework and stuff like that. And I have everything that I need on this cart, so that's why it's there. I have some Post-its down here so I can mark my pages or to make notes. I have paper clips. I have some washi tape for my bullet journal. So this is my stationery cart. And down the bottom, as you can see, I have all my pen and pencil holders right here in this case right here. And then these are my newest markers here. And then right here is another pen and pencil holder with extra bullet journals underneath. Yeah, so this is on that Ross cardigan, one of my Ross carts. And so now we're going to go, and I can move around this area. I have plugs and stuff like that right here. But I can move around. This is kind of like an island, my desk area here. So that's why I came over here, so you can kind of see. This is where I got my my Canon selfie here. And then that's here. And so you're basically seeing my room from a totally different end right here. And then over here I have my other two Roscoe carts, which we're going to go over there. But we're going to go the other direction. But before we go there, this is the other end of my desk. And yes, I have two laptops. One is newer than the other. This is my baby right here, my 17-inch screen. Right now I'm in the middle of editing the video for you guys. And then this is my 13-inch guy, the one that I can carry. It's light enough to carry in my backpack for school and everything like that. So this guy, you don't ever want to carry that. This guy right here is lighter. But now that we're at home and we're doing online classes now, it just, I don't know. But it does do good for Zoom, because we are doing Zoom here for my classes. I have 2 classes that are onto Zoom right now, but it's just so sad. And then over here, I have my iPad so that I can just watch movies, because I don't have a TV in here, but I have my iPad, and it has all my apps that my TV has on it, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this is where I sit at for my schoolwork right now. It is cleared off right now. Normally when I'm done, especially if I'm doing studying and stuff, it's messy. So, okay, so now we're going to move to the other side of the desk. Okay, so we are on the other side of the desk here. This is my desk area. This is where the camera that I'm holding in my hand right now usually sits right there and faces downward onto the mat right here. Here I have all my goods and stuff like that. I have, let's see, this is just a holder for when I'm doing my scrapbooking. I put my loose ends in there. My ATG gun, I've had him for a while. He's been working perfectly fine for me. My pens that I journal with, and this little bowl here that I'm pulling out. That little bowl has a bunch of odds and ends and stuff in it like that I can, either go into the grab if I need to look for something, something like that. I have my 3D foam adhesive pieces in there so they're not all over the place. This is where my most used tools are, and my glues and adhesives and sprays and cleaning off stuff and all that good stuff there. And then my chicken bowl here. I call it my chicken bowl because it has a chicken on it right there. And that has a lot of excess scraps. This is so that I can use this stuff. So I put it there. This is like loose scraps and bits and pieces and stuff like that. And then this contraption right here is 2 pieces put together. I did not buy it like this. It's they come in a set of three drawers, and then I just put them together. I taped them together so they would be in one spot and make a nice little tower. And then I got some little odds and ends up there, and in my fan for when it gets too hot. And then I have my Caterpillar Pro right here, which I should have gotten a long time ago. I love this thing because I don't have to buy blades. It works very well, and I'm really impressed with that. So the light comes on, so I'm happy that I did make that purchase. And then let me put this back up, and then this is my mat. And underneath my mat, so it doesn't slip, is one of those little gripper things right there, so that it doesn't slip. And I got my footstool, because this stool I can either stand or I can sit. This stool has seen better days right about now. He's about 6 years old, and I want to get something else, but I really can't find anything that's comfortable for me because I have long legs, and I'm not super tall. I'm like 5'9", but I have mostly legs. So I have to have something like that to rest my legs on because my legs are so long. But this is the other side of the desk. So now we're going to move over here to those 3 Roscoe carts. Alright, so these are the Roscoe carts. Yeah, these guys are been here for a little while. I have more of these little holders here, but I don't use them anymore. Not that much. I do have them still, and I probably will find something else to use them for. So, but right now they're just put away. Now the first Roscog card has all of my Project Lives, and these little boxes here came from IKEA. And if I need to travel with these little boxes, the lids are underneath the box right here. I'm trying to do this without wiggling so much. The lids are underneath the box. You just take the lid and put on top, and you can travel with them. So that made it easy. And then what I did was I made these little cards myself, so I would know what Project Life that is, because I don't put them by color. I'm not a big put by color person. I like the stuff to have its categories. I don't know if that's the OCD in me or what, but anyway. So and then these are the other Project Life ones right here, and I have these sitting here on this cart. It makes it a lot easier. Of course, you know the cart moves and stuff like that. Underneath, I have more Project Life cards. It's kind of dark here, so I'm going to pull this out. So this is the rest of my Project Life cards here under this. These are all the 3x4 cards, and they're all by the name of the Project Life kit. And then at the bottom, I have the 4x6 Project Life cards down here. They're all down here on this side here, and then right here is some more 3x4 cards of Project Life. And yes, I do have a lot of them. I have not bought Project Life in God knows how long. I stopped buying them because I wasn't using them fast enough. So now we're going to move on to the next cart. Okay, so on the next cart we have a combination of, let's see, we have a combination of enamel dots. So we'll turn this around. So this is all of my enamel dots from this one all the way back. And then back here I have some other goodies there. I have my Tim Holtz all the word stickers there. I have some chipboard stuff here, some other stuff, some old Smash books thing, and I still use these. It's taken me forever to get through them, but I'm using them. And then I also have a bunch of stuff here on the side. So this is as organized as it's going to get, and I'm keeping it this way because it took me a long time to get it this way, so I'm just going to keep it this way. Alright, so now we're going to go to the bottom here. I'm going to turn this around. And at the bottom here, in between, we have, and these are not Project Life cards, and these are not just 6x6 papers. This is what I did with all the scrap paper that I had accumulated at one point. I had accumulated scrap paper for 7 years, you guys. And I never did anything with it. I just kept it in a bag, and I finally got to it. It took me 2 days to do this and cut this all up into 6x6, 4x6s. And this is all just scrap paper. So this is a lot of it, and it fits right in this little box right here, which I got from IKEA as well. And then on this shelf here, I have like just die cuts that I've cut it for Project Life. And these little 2x2 squares are from Just Add Color Project Life kit from a while ago when they sold that. And then I have some extra journaling cards. And then right here, I have all Project Life stamps from when I belonged to Studio Calico. Yes, 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 yes. So I was with Studio Calico for a while. Alright, so underneath, I still have more scrap. These are just bits and pieces of scrap, all organized. It makes life easier because when I need just a little piece of scrap, I just pull that out and I just go for it. So that's what's down here. And then you might recognize those two boxes, this box here and this box there. Those are the very first sets of Project Life cards. Yes, I've had those two still too. From when Project Life first came out. So that's how long I've been doing Project Life, because I think this is the turquoise. And then this was, I forgot what that one was, but I got those two there. So now I'm going to turn this card around to the other side. And on this side, neatly organized in color, all the way to pattern paper to the back here. So this starts from all the way from the color, and then it starts to pattern paper in the back. Or 3 by 4 cards, and I've cut them like this for Project Life pretty much. So whenever I need an extra piece of scrap or anything like that, they're right here and ready to go. And yes, I do use them. This thing used to be super full, and I'm proud of myself because I have been using them, not as fast as I would like to, but at least I'm using them. And because they're pre-cut. So that's what I have right there. And it's in one of those little refrigerator type of deal things too. Okay, and then down here on the third Roscog cart that's over this corner, these are all paper pads. Different kinds of paper pads, from Jen Hadfield to Vicky Booten, to all kinds of paper pads, but these are the paper pads that are not 6 by 6. As you can see, these are the different size paper pads. I'm not sure if you guys are really able to see that, but that's what's down there. And then I have some more paper pads, and in that envelope right there is paper pads. It's just paper pads and paper pads and paper pads. So, all right. So up here we have one more section of Project Life cards. So basically these 3 Roscog cards, this gray one here, this charcoal gray one, the black one here, and then the one back here that's the turquoise color one. These are all dedicated to Project Life and ephemera cards, basically. So, and then this is in one of those containers. I forget. It's been sitting in here for a while. I forget what these are called, but I'll put down what they are. But here's more of the Project Life cards and stuff that I have. And a lot of these things, some of these were given to me by other people because they didn't want them anymore. So, yeah, that's how I ended up getting them. Okay, and so at the top of the same Roscog cart, I have a bunch of embellishments. Oh my gosh, I call it ephemera. Boy, that'd be one heck of a lot of ephemera. But anyway, so these are all like from stickers to puffy stickers to all kinds of goodies over here. So this is where, and this thing is kind of full. And I have stuff just organized, once again, in one of those plastic containers, as you can see. One of these guys here. And I forget what this is called, but anyway, I'll figure it out. So that's where I have all of my goodies at, and things. So that is the 3 Roscog carts. You have this one, and this one. And then one of the reasons why I have this one turned this way, kind of, because I can go back there. That way I can walk back there and open the windows, close the windows, and then actually go underneath here. I know there's a bunch of wires. I have some storage of some stuff over there as well. Okay, so now we have this new guy right here. This is from IKEA and all the bits and pieces that come with it. I have some suckers stored in this top one right there. And then I have some of my small micro scissors, some tweezers and stuff like that, and some glue sticks and some of my regular writing pens. And this is my thickers, the straight rulers, I think it is. And then these are the circle ones. And then these are the containers that I have. So this container right here has all of the whatchamacallits in there. Oops. And I love how these work. It just slides right on. And these have all my labels in it. And so if I need labels, I just pull it down and grab it. This one's empty for now. I know it's going to be filled with something soon. I just haven't thought about it yet. And then here are my rulers. All my kinds of rulers that can be hung up like with the hole on the hook there. And then here's 2 of my kinds of my scissors there. And then these are my other rulers for bullet journaling and to make sure that things are lined up on the page without being crooked. And then this guy right here, those are the Tonic Studio little tools and stuff, the blade stuff. So, all right, so that is what's over here on this side of the wall from here to here and my desk. So I got one more area to show you, and then I think that will be it for the total of the tour. This is the closet. Nothing really special going on in there, except a lot of projects are in these iris containers here. Lots of projects. And then in here I have just some storage. That's pretty much all I got in this closet here on this side. So we can kind of move on from this side. And then on this side of the closet I have a lot of binders here. And then like that giant smash book that you see there, that guy right there, page protectors, labels, scoring boards here, the circle maker here, glass mat there, and then my Copic markers. That's all I own. I really didn't want to buy too much more of those. Those things were too expensive, too ridiculous. And then these are all some of my cold storage photos in this container right here. And then down here we have all of my reference books. Some of these reference books have been around for a while. I mean, stuff like, you know, Scrapbooking the Everyday Moments, the Ultimate Paper Craft. These are still useful for when you got a dead, you know. And then here's one right here, Scrapbook Tips and Techniques. I mean, these are really, really cool books to have. And then this right here, the Journaler's Handbook. Love Your Handwriting. This is by Heidi. Oh man, this was one of the ones that I really kind of like, by Heidi Swapp, that I really embraced, because, and this is an old book, because I needed to, you know, get over the vainness that I had of my own handwriting. So that's why I got that. And then the Journaler's Handbook tells you how to journal. It's really cool. The Best Sketches of Becky Higgins, and then card making, and then all the other books, and definitely some stuff there. I have some stuff down there. I got my crimping tool, extra stuff, and then this little purple thing right here is a bunch of sequences. Whew, yeah, so we got a lot of stuff here in this closets and stuff like that. And those are the only 3 Cricut cartridges that I own, actually, matter of fact. I never really bought more because at the time they were too expensive. And then my sewing stuff, cold storage photos, and some bead making stuff in cold storage photos. So that's what I got in this side of the closet. Last but not least is this area here. I've never really did a tour of this area in here because it's so dark under here. But these are all the brads that I own. And I will take this out to kind of show you how this works. Okay, so these are all the brads. These are little containers, as you can see, that house all of the brads. And how you get into these containers is there's a little knob here you push, and then this flips up. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. Yep, I can. Oh, nope, maybe not. Oh, maybe so. Yep, there you go. And this enables, so this is locked, so you can open up one of these at a time, or you can open up 2 at a time. But this is a good measure of preventing you from spilling the rest of the brads that are in the holder here. And then this locks securely back. It just snaps right back. So you can flip this up, throw it around, do all kinds of stuff with it, and these things will never fall out. I have a bunch of those that I have accumulated because I had accumulated brads over the years. I mean, years. Remember, guys, I've been scrapbooking for a long time. So this is what I've accumulated. These little holders came from Michael's. They still sell them. So these are available, but they sell them in the bead section. These are basically mainly for beads, but I got them for my brads and for my eyelets. And I have a ton of those right there. And no, I don't get rid of stuff like this because they don't even sell them like this anymore. So you'll be lucky if you do get any brads that are like this. I remember when Michael's used to have these, the store was full of these things. And, you know, see, this is all filled with brads. These are all brads, these containers. They're all in here. And so this is how I store my brads. And this basket, which was stored underneath the desk here, these are kind of old too as well. These are like old school tags and all kinds of stuff that I still go into and use. Sometimes I attach them to cards depending on what I'm doing or projects. It's good to save this stuff for things like that. This one has all kinds of goodies in it. I can open one. Let's see if I can open one without spilling it. Oh yeah, I did. Woo, man, the last time I did that I spilled. So in this one I have all kinds of goodies in here. Just all kinds of stuff that's in here. And this is the stuff that I've collected over the years. So I don't think I opened up this one so you could see what's in this one. So I'll open it up so you can see there's stuff in here as well. This is stuff I was talking about. All this old school stuff, but I keep it because I still use it. And then here you can see through that one. That one has all my floss and needles and stuff like that. This one as well has some old school oh, I almost couldn't get that one in it as well. As you can see, there's all kinds of stuff in here that is just old school stuff. And a lot of it too. And I just kept it in here because it's hard to really sort that kind of stuff. And this one I have small ribbon spools. I went kind of hog wild back in the day when they had them like 2 for $1 and they were 50 cents each. And Michael's would always have sales like that. And then this last one also has some old school stuff in it too. I still use some of this stuff. We got wire. We have whatchamacallits over here, buttons, some brads that say, that are shaped like, let's say, enjoy, and some of the brads, and some of the brads here say, are shaped like, balloons. There you go. And, I have some buttons that are shaped like balloons. I did a project for those. And then these old, remember these? I don't know how long, if anybody remember these. Oh my gosh, these metal ones. And you take the brad and you put it through the holes and that way it stays on your scrapbooking page. Yeah, I have those. And then those as well. And some metal stuff here and there. And some of the metal stuff here, alphas. And you would put the brads in those little tiny holes to hold them on your paper. Yeah, those were, this is all back in the day stuff. But that's what's in these containers, and they're stored under the desk. And if I need anything specific or any specialty or anything like that, I just go in there and I just get it. I mean, I don't really have to search for it online or anything like that. That's where they stay. And I don't know, and then back over to this one here with all the brads in it. I don't know for sure if anybody knows what these are, but I have these. So I'll turn it around so you can see it. And these are called, remember these guys, these eyelets? Yeah, these are cool. Look at that. I even have some grommets in here somewhere. They're in here somewhere. But I have grommets. I have all kinds of stuff, you guys. That I have in here in these containers. But yeah, that's what I got. So that is it, you guys. I want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I really appreciate the fact that people were asking me questions about it and asking me where I get certain things, cause, and then that way you kind of could see the scrap room and everything and see it evolved. I know some of you who've been with me for a while have seen it evolved. And I so appreciate you guys, really I do. So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me and for going out with me through this journey on the Scraproom tour. Take care, you guys. If you have any questions, just please don't hesitate to leave a message below or your information below. Take care, guys. Thank you and have a great, wonderful, scrappy week. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm sorry. I did forget. This is where my mixed media is. My mixed media, and then down here I have my colored pencils and my watercolor pencils, and then the chalk right there, some other miscellaneous stuff right here, my diaper wipes here, and my Tim Holtz mat right there, and my mixed media mat. Alrighty, now I'm done. I want to thank you guys so much once again. And have a great, wonderful, scrappy week. Take care.